Yeah, hey everybody, this is Ian, and in this really short video today, I'm just going to cover four simple questions. This is part of our Productize Your Platform mini course. So if you're not in that, it's free. You can click on the link below and get access to this PDF. But essentially, this is a real game changer for those of you who are really trying to ensure that what you're building actually makes money. So as a really quick aside, what I like to kind of teach and preach and hopefully do myself, because it's easy to teach and preach this stuff and neglect to apply this to your own work. So, this is critically important even for what we're trying to build now as part of our mindful marketplace community. This is also something in complete honesty that has shifted a lot of the direction that we've taken over the last 4 or 5 months, because some of the other things that we were offering weren't necessarily resonating, with our audience from the standpoint of actually making sales. A lot of it was getting, praise and likes and shares and things like that from a social media perspective, but it wasn't actually converting into clients and cash. So again, this is part of the Productize Your Platform mini course, and I'm going to show you these really simple four questions that you want to send out to your list. If you don't have a list, I'll give you a little workaround below. But essentially, here it is, right? So, or here they are, which is question number one. And you could just actually put these into an email. So I have a template for this, but all you would need to do is ask these four questions in the following way. One, how big is the problem? So Joe, Jane, Gene, whoever it is that you're addressing, how big is the problem that you're facing that led you into my orbit today, right? So if it's weight loss or anxiety or even getting exposure for a local business, it matters not. Essentially, you just want them to articulate to you, as well as to cognitively address in their own minds how big the problem is for them. So you're actually, I don't want to say in a sneaky way, but you're giving people the space to get clear on really how big of a problem this is for them, right? Two, how difficult has it been to get help, right? So most folks, if they're on your list, or this is especially true of niche-oriented marketers, but it's also true if you're building something local, right? So if you're building a local platform of some kind, a local community, a directory, a marketplace, these things apply, right? So how difficult has it been to get help with the big problem? Well, that could be something as simple as a pizza place telling you that they don't show up on the first page of Google, whereas all their competitors do for, best pizza in ABC town or city. And therefore, that problem may be something that keeps them up at night. Or in my universe, it could be something like, more akin to someone who struggles with anxiety or weight loss, or a more mindfulness oriented thing, because these are really the people that are in our universe, right? So one, how big is the problem? Two, how difficult has it been to get help? This is actually grammatically incorrect. I need to fix that. All right, number three, how long have you searched for an answer? And again, you can change these the exact words in whatever capacity works best for you. But when you actually ask people to articulate, and again, this is all being done as part of, one's inner experience. So these folks are reading what you've sent them, and now they're actually processing, shit, I've been searching for an answer to my weight problem for, 30 years, or my anxiety problem, or, my, health, wealth, whatever it may be. Again, you're just having these questions are allowing your audience to actually get clear on just like how much this issue or obstacle has been holding them back, and really how long they've been unable to find some sort of resolution to that problem. All right. Now, of course, they're also going to be sending this information back to you, or at least a percentage of these people are going to respond, right, to to this email, and it's going to give you a sort of a pain spectrum, and we'll cover that in another video. But essentially, it will allow you to using a, let's say, a 1 to 10 totem pole of product pain, or how big of a problem this is for your audience. It's going to allow you to create the perfect solution for them, predicated on your own experience and expertise. Again, we'll cover that in another video. All right, and number 7, this is really super important, and sometimes people neglect to include this because it may feel a little bit pressury, but it's not, and it's super critical, and that is, how much longer are you willing to wait, right? So this is actually, this last question is, to my mind, the lever or the trigger that actually generates clients for you. Because essentially, most people will struggle with most of the problems most of their lives, right? That's just human psychology. It's how we're wired. And, it's just an unfortunate truth that this is how most people live their lives. But there will be a significant percentage, and that percentage may be 10%, it may be 5%, it may be 20%, who, this is contingent on your niche, the problem you're solving, and ultimately the price that you're charging. But how much longer are you willing to wait? Well, you're going to get a significant percentage of folks who are going to say, I'm not willing to wait any longer to lose weight, or to sleep better at night, or to finally overcome my feeling of anxiousness or anxiety, or social whatever that's keeping my life in a smaller box than it needs to be, right? So this question is going to generate more responses than any of the others, right? People are going to say, I'm fed up with myself, and I am fed up with this problem, and I need help, and I want it now, right? So I have found this simple last question is really the, what facilitates the responses from people who say, okay, I need your help, and I need it today. I'm not willing to wait another day. All right. So let's move on to some of the challenges that people often struggle with. And, essentially, if you don't have a list, you have no one to ask, right? So one of the things that I recommend is, and you're about to hear a bunch of dogs barking, unfortunately. I'm at a friend's place who has 3 dogs, and they go nuts whenever someone, opens a door outside of this house. All right, so hopefully they're not going to bark, and they haven't yet. All right, so essentially, here's what we're doing for for those who don't have a list, or this is what I'm recommending. We're certainly doing this ourselves. You've probably seen some of this on our Facebook page. But if you don't have a list of people to ask, use Facebook ads. And another really, wizard-like move here is use a type form. Type forms get really great engagement and conversion. And it's a sexy and slick and sweet way and I lied, there the dogs go, if you can hear them barking in the background. But it's a really great way of getting people to engage with your everything, your ads, your offers, and in this question, your asks, right? So use a Facebook ad. You can do this very inexpensively. I've posted videos on doing these for $1 a day and really getting great responses. And it's a really simple and elegant way of finding out the problems that people really have, or the pain points that they really genuinely have using the questions above, and then creating that perfect product, or service, product, program, content, course, ebook, whatever it is, or real book. And that's something that we're working on in our community with authors, right? So I'm actually using this exact process to capture people who've always wanted to write a book, right? So, we're targeting authors in our marketing now. And, essentially you have all these people who are like, yeah, I really have wanted to write a book for 10 years. I just can't get it out, right? How difficult has it been to get help? And people are telling us it's been really difficult. I buy this program, that program, hired this coach, but I still can't get my book done. How long have you searched for an answer? For years, for a decade. I've been, I have this medical practice or mindfulness practice or this, coaching, product or program, that I've wanted to write a book to raise my credibility or my, my level of visibility in the, the larger niche, but I just can't get it done. And these are things that people are genuinely telling us. And then how much longer are you willing to wait? Almost nobody in our target audience says, I'm willing to wait another 10 years, because everyone understands that life is short. And when they have this sense of passion for, whatever it is, in this case, writing a book, they're saying, no, I want to get it done this year. That's why you look at our marketing, you'll see everything that we're, all our content, our copy is about getting all this done in a very fixed period of time, right? All right, so getting back, and I know I'm sort of babbling now, but let's just go back to the end here. You can also use Facebook retargeting ads if you use something like Typeform and Facebook. Very simply, you install a pixel in your Typeform, and then you can retarget everybody who who saw, the questions above, or who filled out the type form on another ad, right? So you run ad 1, that generates the responses, and then ad 2, you run directly to the folks who, who saw the type form, or if you want to get even more granular, who filled out the type form, with some retargeting ads that are really easy to do, inexpensive, and are going to get super high engagement. All right. I know I talk fast. Let's go back again one last time. How big is the problem? How difficult has it been to get help? How long have you searched for an answer? How much longer are you willing to wait? Put these into an email and or include them in something like a type form. You can even use something like this, what I'm using here, which is an interactive form software that we use. All kinds of ways to do it. You can even just do a thing on your Facebook page. You don't have to use any external tool if you don't want to. All right. So really effective, and it's going to get you a deeper and more intimate understanding of exactly what your audience really struggles with, and what they really want you to write, build, create, or make to help solve that problem. Okie doke. We'll cover more of this in the next module. Hope this helps. Again, this is the Productize Your Platform mini course. If you want to sign up for this, you can click on the link below. Thanks.